9,000 men, 16 battalions of infantry, 12 squadrons of cavalry, 8 companies of militia, 220,000 rounds of musket ammunition, 10 3-pounder battalion cannons, 800 3-pound cannonballs, 500 bags of cannon grape shot. This man's name is Fraser. A deserter from the government army, he still wears its uniform, but now stands in the ranks of the Prince's army, amongst the men of his own clan and name. He knows that if he is captured as a deserter, he will be immediately court-martialed to a sentence of death by throttling. These are the wild geese, 150 exiled Irishmen serving in the army of His Most Christian Majesty Louis XV of France, the most powerful ally of the Stuart cause. Brigadier General Walter Stapleton, Commander, Irish Pickets of the French Army.
Yes, we're here because Prince Charles is a Catholic.
It will be a fine thing for all Catholics when Charlie's on the throne and German Geordie's off it.
Yes, that's right. If we had a Catholic king back on the throne in this country, then we could get back to living in our own.
You must remember that your Protestant king in London has passed and is still passing penal laws against the Catholics in Ireland.
Me, I'm from County Tipperary. Now I've got to live in Boulogne.
Now you won't find a Catholic Irishman with much cause to love George II.
William Augustus, Duke of Cumberland, third son of King George II. Age 25 and 1 day. Commander-in-Chief of the Government Army in Scotland. Salary £15,000 per year. Alexander Lang, private. Salary 6pence a day. Patrick McColman, 3 days ago a sergeant, 2 days ago 800 lashes for looting, today a private. John Malaby, private, pressed into service. William Roach, private. 2 years of his pay would not buy even the wig and hat of the officer marching in front of him. Joshua Ward, Lieutenant British Army, a fraternity where the least pretension to learning, to piety or to common morals would endanger the owner to be cashiered.
I want house pups in the middle of the second line. Give me a battery in the centre of the front line.
Alexander Lang carries a .753 musket, firing a ball of 1 ounce and a third weight, an effective distance of 60 paces. He carries sufficient ball, paper and black powder for 24 cartridges. He carries at his hip a brass-hilted sword and a bayonet with 18 inches of fluted steel. Alistair McVurich carries in his right hand an outdated dragoon pistol, for which he has no further ammunition.
What's the gun you're serving?
It's a 3-pounder. Right now it's downright useless.
Why is that?
Because we've only got 4-pound ammunition for it. I tell you, it's chaos. Half the ammunition's with the food. That's still back in Inverness. I haven't eaten for don't know how long.
Ah, well now, that really is not my responsibility.
But Mr. O'Sullivan, you are the Quartermaster General, and as such, surely you're responsible for the distribution of food.
In normal circumstances, yes. But now, as I am much pressed by other affairs, I have given that responsibility to someone else.
When was the last time you ate?
2 days ago. The day before yesterday. This morning he killed a pig, but wasn't allowed time to eat it. I can't remember.
Andrew Henderson, Whig historian, biographer of Cumberland, eyewitness of the Battle of Culloden.
It's 12:15.
Now, this wall behind which we're sheltering is at approximately right angles to the rebel lines. I've drawn a rough sketch map here. The rebel lines are here. We are here. And the Duke of Cumberland's army is here.
9,000 men in 16 infantry battalions, 3 of which are themselves Scot. A total of 1,300 regular soldiers from the Lowlands, plus, in reserve, the volunteer militias of Stirling, Edinburgh, Dumfries and Glasgow, a further 8,000 men. Charles Edward Stuart, regent claimant to the thrones of England and Scotland, has more Scots in arms against him than for him. And ranged against him in the Highlands, he has the Whig clans siding with the government, the Munros, the Rosses, the Mackenzies, the MacLeods of Skye, the Sutherlands, and here on the moor, the Campbells of the Argyll militia. Here to fight Charles and his rebellion, here to take clan revenge, Angus Ian Campbell, wife murdered by the MacDonalds. Alistair MacDonald, brother killed by Campbells in cattle raid. For him, loyalties to Charlie mean little. For him, today's battle is a clan battle.
The swords those bastards use can cut a man in half. Well, I reckon we'll have them this time.
Why do you say that?
We've got a new bayonet drill, see? You don't poke at the man in front here. You poke at the man coming at your chum on the right. That means, as he's lifting his sword arm, you get him underneath, like.
What do you think about the rebels?
Well, I ain't taken my clothes off for 6 weeks. I reckon till we lay them bastards out, I won't neither.
I'll tell you one thing. I know a lot of the boys make fun of our Billy Cumberland, but I reckon he's all right. He's a tough bastard, but at least he feeds you, which is more than some of them do. And I've heard said that the rebels want to cut him as small as herbs for the pot. Well, I don't reckon that.
There are a lot of friggin' savages.
Donald Grant, a farmer, forced a month ago into the Highland Army, twice has deserted back to farm and family, twice has been captured and forced to return. Ewan MacDonald, farmer, forced into the Highland Army the day before yesterday. With him his son, John Angus MacDonald. The day before yesterday a ploughboy, today a rebel in arms, his age 13.